In live streams live.
All right, I'm just gonna wait like 30 seconds to a minute just to get a couple more people on here, Austin. All right, everyone. I'm gonna call this meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Could Asia go ahead and do roll call, please? I believe Asia is not here, so Kendall, if you wouldn't mind, could you take a roll call, please?
Sure, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. I know it's not expected. Actually, I think Asia just hopped on. Asia, if you wouldn't mind, could you do roll call, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
David Gonzalez,
Here.
Awa. Okay. Mason,
Here.
Leslie,
Here.
Haas,
Here.
Talawanami,
Here.
Kendall,
Here.
Luis, Manuel, Merve,
Here.
Shannon,
Here.
Anthony, David Stevens,
Here.
Daniel,
Daniel said he was here. He's just heading back from work.
okay, thank you. Carmen,
Here.
Jared Johnson,
Here.
Nicolette,
Here.
Riley,
Here.
Jessica,
Here.
Amaya,
Here.
James Taylor,
Here.
Taylor Urban,
Here.
Jocelyn Torres,
Here.
okay.
Thank you, Asia. Can we go ahead and get approval of the minutes, please?
Motion to approve the minute.
Thank you. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Can I go ahead and get approval of the agenda as well?
Motion to approve the.
Thank you. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. And moving straight into it, we did have some old business to cover, which is the course schedule. Haas, if you'd like to share your screen or talk about that.
Oh, can I just go ahead and make a motion to table it to next week? There's some stuff I wanted to add, I thought.
Yeah, as long as that's fine with the legislative committee, because I believe that they were supposed to review it.
Is that okay? Is Daniel here?
Daniel, you can go ahead and speak.
Yeah, I made some comments on that piece of legislation. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but overall it looks really good. Some like wording, some clarity, things here and there, but otherwise, if you're wanting to make additional changes and then have us review it, that's totally fine.
Yeah, those are the changes I was talking about as the comments. I wanted to go in and make it. I think I can make it a little bit more clear. It wasn't really a overall change to the whole piece. Just, I mean, an addition. There's one more thing, but yeah, I mean, if you're good, I'm good on that.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine then.
All
All
right,
right.
so I would like to make that motion and table it to next week.
All right. And is there a second for that motion made by Haas?
I second.
Thank you, Daniel. We didn't have any new business, and that was the old business, unless anyone has any new business for this week. If so, just drop X in the chat. Anyone for new business? Alrighty, then I'll go ahead and share my screen for reports.
Hey, Ali, I have a question, well, a point of clarification.
Yes.
So, a professor like me, are we voting on that, or was I mistaken?
I'm not sure. Did we vote on that yet or no?
No, we haven't.
Okay, and then it got, what was it? It got sent to any committees? I believe it got sent to the diversity committee.
Yes.
Anything happened there? Like, is it ready to go to get voted on?
Yes, it is.
Okay, my apologies. Then you can go ahead and share your screen if necessary, or you can just have a period of Q&A or discussion and then move into voting, or we can just go straight into voting.
I guess we can go into Q&A. Some things that I would like to share is that I've reached out to Dr. Hunter, who was working on a diversity dashboard, which is really cool. Right now it's in the beta stage, and then in April it'll be live to the public. I'm also working on, well, we're also working on a survey to send out to all the students on their feelings of representation within the classroom. That should be out by the end of the week. If anybody have any questions or concerns, suggestions, just let me know. If not, someone can motion to move into voting.
If someone can make a motion for either discussion or voting, please. Anyone to make a motion, please?
Motion to move into voting.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
Second, out.
Thank you. And is there any dissent? Seeing none. Jesse, if you're here, could you go ahead and send out that link, please? Jesse is not here. Austin, should I send out the link? I don't know how to get the link though.
I can do it if you just want to give me a second. I can set it up.
Yeah, take your time.
What's the number on this bill? 98.
09.
Okay, so the link is now there. Senators, if you want to go ahead and go vote, remember just vote once. Should be good to go.
Thank you, Austin, for stepping in. Just waiting on 2 more senators. Just waiting on 1 more senator. All right, all voting is in, and the bill SB 9809 passes in a vote of 17 to 2 to 0. Congrats, y'all. Good work on this one. All right, before we move past new business once again, does anyone else have anything for new business? All right, then we can just move into executive reports. All right, go ahead, Austin.
Alrighty, thank you. So hey everyone, hope you're doing well. What have I been up to? Glenwood Urban Farm. I got my first dose of the vaccine, and I unfortunately got all the symptoms. So it's been a rough week, but we got through it. On Thursday, went to the presidential, vice presidential debate, the governing documents review, and today had board trustees committee meetings, both the academic affairs and athletic committee meeting. Very good overall. What I wanted to share with you all, to like mention and discuss, the Faculty Senate has brought forward a survey. I shared it in our group meet with a link to it, and I can send it out the email after this meeting. But they want to survey all students to make sure that adding Juneteenth to the academic calendar is the correct thing to do. I'm guessing to make sure that it's something that all students, faculty, and staff would appreciate. So I wanted to bring that up for you all, and I also wanted to. I don't believe it's like officially done yet. But Meredith has been working on creating the UNCG administrators guide for SGA, and I believe one for all students. A handful of y'all have already received the email to like check it out and to review it. And I think maybe after that, more people have access to it, but make sure that if you have access to it, review it, see if there's any suggestions and whatnot you'd like to see. That way it can be effective for not only us in SGA, but also students who are trying to find a contact to get a hold of. But Ali, if you want to move on to the next slide. I don't think that's updated. Unless it is, then I don't, might be a mistake on my end. Yeah, well, I guess that mine didn't save either. Maybe something went wrong with the connection, but basically the big thing that's coming up this week for me will be the Board of Trustees meeting. We'll be meeting Thursday to discuss various different things. I had it like all detailed out that way. It was just bullet points, but obviously, the internet and all that good stuff doesn't want to work out with us. But I also want to add that working on the transitioning stuff. So whoever is elected here in about a week, they should have a smooth transition to go through. So I'm looking forward to that. And just in general, if y'all need anything, just let me know. Feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to get in touch with anybody if you need anything. And that goes to both Ali and Anthony. If y'all need anything, moving forward, please feel free to reach out. And same to Jessica and Haas. But other than that, I will step aside. I don't think it was you, Ali. I think it was also me because I just refreshed mine and it's also the same. I think just something on my end where I was editing it just didn't save. But it's okay. It happens. Technology. Hopefully we don't have to experience this too much longer. But other than that, y'all, I'll get quiet and we'll wrap up this meeting.
Appreciate it, Austin. Yeah, technology these days. Peyton?
Hey y'all, I hope you're having a good week. I got vaccinated as well. I got my first dose of the Pfizer vaccine, and sorry, Austin, I actually had no symptoms. So yeah, sorry you got the short end of the stick on that one, but there's me with my vaccine card. And then the one below that is little signs that some kids in my neighborhood put up in a park. So it says, if you're given the choice of being right or being kind, always choose kind. So I thought that was cute. I have been doing conduct team recruitment and Geek Week, governing docs meeting on yesterday. I guess that was yesterday. Just wrapped up my midterm, so I'm really excited about that. I presented in the Honor Symposium last Friday, so that was a lot of fun. It was a really good experience. And then I'm also attending the Anti-Racism Virtual Summit with Global Social Welfare this week. So the first day of that was today, and it's been great so far. So I'm looking forward to the rest of it. Coming up, so executive council meeting tomorrow, conduct team meeting, or conduct team info session. The last one is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If anyone is interested, just let me know. Governing docs committee meeting next week, meetings with Austin, Ali, and Meredith as needed. Meeting with Robert Barker in the OSRR and Marcus Perkins, the graduate assistant for the OSRR, doing honors interviews on Friday. I'm attending the LINC conference, I believe on Friday also. And then I'm also attending the Friends National Convention lobbying weekend with the social work department this weekend. So I'm really excited about that. And my quote of the week, it's a little hard to read, I'm sorry, but it says, be clear about what brought you here and what you hope to find, and embrace the possibility that you might change your mind. Hope everyone has a good rest of your week. Thanks.
Thanks, Peyton. Real quick, I didn't mean to expose Edmund or myself, but I was just thinking about what I could post picture-wise because I really haven't been posting anything on these reports. And I went through my photos and I found some funny little pictures of Edmund and I from freshman year all the way up till now. But basically what I've been up to, governing docs committee meeting, executive council meeting, working on upcoming campaign elections, working with the director of the EUC for Heritage Month and other ideas, several leadership challenges that I've been working on every week. I'm almost done with it actually. I'm finishing up some professional development hours and I should have it in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Then we had the presidential and vice presidential debate this past Wednesday, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. I have too many things in my calendar to remember. Met with the ASG president and Chief Lester of PD and the chair of the UNCG Racial Equity Task Force this past week. And we spoke about some collaboration between the Student Government Association and the University Police Department and bringing a more like inclusive environment just so people know that they have those resources rather than not knowing. And we also did in the Racial Equity Task Force conversations speak about mental health on campus and how to improve it and things of that nature. So if you have any questions about that meeting, I'd love to speak about it either now or maybe some other time one-on-one. I have a bunch of notes from that meeting and I would definitely love to share. Got invited to the Multicultural Student Organization Leaders Meeting with Dr. Craig and a bunch of other student leaders on campus. That was very informative. Today I was at it was called like the Tower Village Housing Conversation. with the students who came to Student Forum a couple weeks ago. I believe it was last week. And we spoke about potential options of securing housing for them that would be affordable in order for them to pursue the rest of their education without worrying about finances. And I think we're on the right track, and we're revisiting that next week to secure an option for them. Working with Asia for Senator 101s. She sent that out a couple of days ago. I believe you all should be able to sign up now, and the days are tomorrow and Thursday. And after that, if none of those are meeting your availability, please reach out to either Asia or myself, and we'll definitely reschedule so we can get those underway. Working with Edmund on flying country flags in the EUC, that's been a project that we've been working on, trying to get more representation for students across campus in the EUC, just to see like your national flag and just to feel welcome when you come into the EUC or just on our campus. And then last week when we spoke about the new finance platform, we decided that anything that occurs that I'll give an update at like every meeting. So just a quick update. For the banner that'll be going up, there's additional fee of $70 to hang it. And the chamber already voted on that, I believe, according to Milan. So that's my update of what I've been up to for the past week. And what's coming up? Governing Docs Committee meeting. Once again, Senator 101s. Please sign up if you haven't. I'd love to get those underway. Continuing Silver Leadership Challenge. Working with the Link Conference, just like Peyton, actually. I'm actually using that towards some professional development hours for my Silver Leadership Challenge. Working with the director of the EUC once again for more inclusive spaces and banners, helping with legislation as needed, continued conversation with housing next week, as I mentioned earlier. This weekend is ASG once again, so it's when all 17 UNC system schools come together, and we have a collaborative meeting in order to speak about any updates or legislation that we'd like to pass for all the schools. I'm also meeting with ASG president once again this week, I believe Thursday, just to have a couple more conversations about how to better our campuses in general. I believe he's meeting with a bunch of different student government associations from every school. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Scholarship meeting, which I have bi-weekly. Working on some more internships, SGA Executive Council meeting, working on COVID-related issues and meetings with Austin and Peyton as needed. And definitely something I wanted to touch on was mental health. So this is something I found, and I just wanted to show up here. It's just talking about how to have self-care and look out for yourself by being compassionate and things like that. So honestly, if you ever need anything outside of SGA, please reach out. I'd love to talk. Moving into senator forum, any senator can speak up to 2 minutes on anything pertaining to SGA. Just drop an X in the chat and I will call on you. I can see Irving tapping on the slides. Anyone for senator forum?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're good. Seeing none, we can move into announcements. Any member of SGA can speak up to 2 minutes of any announcements they may have. Austin.
Hopefully this doesn't take up 2 minutes, but I wanted to give a big shout out to Peyton. She is always on top of it and making sure that she's doing the most in this role, both at for the SGA side and OSRR side. And I know she's been experienced a lot recently, so shout out to her. I don't think she's on the call anymore, but if you want to just message her good vibes or whatever, definitely go ahead and do that. The other part was we wanted to get some feedback on an initiative that we hope to move forward with, which is working out some way of purchasing laptops for students. That way they can check it out for like a duration of time instead of just like, a few hours from the library. We're not exactly specific on the number of laptops or who would be managing like, the distribution of them. But it is an idea that we have that, it would help spend, some of the money that we have, in our budget, but also it would help students generally for students. So we're curious, like, does anyone have any feedback for us? Is there anything that you would like to see? Do you have a quantity of mind? All these are like details we haven't penned away just yet. Goodbye announcements, I guess.
My
Thank you, Riley.
computer literally just did that. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, if you have any like ideas, if you want to talk about now, I feel like Ali would be fine with that. Irving, while Ali's computer's freaking out, Irving, if you want to go ahead and speak.
Yeah, I was going to say we're also exploring the idea of like, instead of just giving it to students for a certain period of time, maybe doing some type of financial need-based scholarship. Well, I don't know if we can call it a scholarship, but basically giving laptops to students with financial need.
Appreciate that. Irv, is there anyone else who wanted to say anything about that?
There are some students who are not really eligible for government help, which is mostly not domestic students, international students, and then especially the ones like getting graduate assistantship. Mostly they're not paid for the summer. So unfortunately, graduate school has limited money with that. So maybe we can offer something for them, because generally those international students never get any money from governmental sources or most scholarships under UNCG. Maybe you want to consider.
Thank you, Merve. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak, but I would definitely, and I will reach out to you for that.
Anyone else? One more time, anyone else for announcements or anything kind of correlating to what Austin or Irving brought up? Well, real quick, I'd like to thank Merve for sharing that. I think that's a great idea. And Austin, I will definitely be in touch about that. All right, one more time, is anyone else? Irving, Evan wants you to share something?
Yeah, he said that he wants to do like a workshop on writing legislation for senators. The email should be going out to all senators soon to set up like a meeting with him to go over how to write legislation and stuff.
Sounds good. I appreciate that, Edmund, and I appreciate you saying that, Irv. Anyone else? All right. Seeing none, Asia, if you wouldn't mind doing the adjournment roll call.
You're doing it now.
Thank you.
You're good.
Thank you, Asia. Edmund, Daniel said he'd love to join depending on his availability as well. But besides that, I'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 7:35 p.m. I appreciate y'all's time, and y'all have a great rest of your week.